Everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing well here. All right. Get a few more people on YouTube. That's cool. Let's turn this down. Everybody can hear me. Couldn't find my damn stand. Cleaning ladies were in here. Chapter 2 of The Science of Getting Rich says there's a science to getting rich. It's an exact science like algebra or arithmetic. There are certain laws that govern the process of acquiring riches. Once these laws are learned and obeyed by any man or woman, he or she will get rich with mathematical certainty. The ownership of money and property comes as a result of doing things in a certain way. And those who do things in this certain way, whether on purpose or accidentally, get rich, while those who do not do things in this certain way, no matter how hard they work or how able they are, remain poor. It's chapter 2 of The Science of Getting Rich. Let's see. So, trading, and what we're talking about today really is trading and not really investing. And most of us come to this pretty similar ways. I mean, maybe you get lucky and you come across someone who can help you out and save you some time. I didn't really have that, other than along the journey, I got bits and pieces from different people that I carried with me, and then I had a lot of shit that I had to get rid of because, well, it was just nonsense. A lot of nonsense in the world of trading. A lot of nonsense. So trading's not investing. At the core of the money flow trading strategy system, it's a belief system, is this idea that 70% of the time, boy, look at that beautiful in there, stocks go up. Maybe it's 68 sometimes. Maybe sometimes it's, 69, 71. But at its core, stocks go up over time. And this has to be part of the philosophy. So, like, we're looking at the S&P 500 here, and as you see, it's just creeping higher, right? And if we back it up to a weekly, and this is super important as a trader, let me readjust my charts here. Change my settings. I hate when I back it up. It's super important to have this. You need some fundamental core beliefs that you hold. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to trade. The market will give you what you want. And so if you're scared, if you're paranoid, you always think the market's going to crash, you're never going to be a good trader because you're always going to be trading on the defense. And trading is about being on the offense and not being on the defense. Trading isn't about being scared or worried. If you're scared or worried, you can't trade. All right. You can't trade. So we have to have some core beliefs. And one of those core beliefs is that the market goes up over time. Okay? Over time, markets go up. And that's part of our edge. See, to be a successful trader, we have to have an edge. If you ever study poker or game theory, in order to be a successful gambler, there has to be some sort of edge. Same in business, right? So by defining these things, our core beliefs, our core philosophies, will help us define our edge, because you can only trade your beliefs about the market. It won't help you to trade my beliefs if you don't truly have my beliefs. And people will do this. They'll come in the money flow, start trading with me. I don't sell a stock, they sell a stock. Why? Because they had some sort of core belief, our stuff got crossed with each other. They had some different belief system based on something they were seeing. Okay? So you have to really define that if you're going to step into the world of trading, because now we can get rid of, well, I'm kind of investing, I'm kind of trading, which is a terrible method, or kind of investing, kind of trading, because nothing worse than an investor as a trader, and nothing worse than as a trader as an investor. It just makes you shitty at both. Okay, so you need to define this. So this is one reason I talk about separating it into your accounts. Okay. So if we back up to a monthly on the S&P, what do we see? Man, think of all the strife and the problems, and presidential elections and the bullshit, the fiat currency printing and debt crisis and blah, 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 blah. And yet the market just goes up. See, the more they print money, makes it go higher. It's called inflation. More money in supply. Why? Because people have to get out of money. Sitting on cash while they're printing the shit out of it means your purchasing power is going down. Now, it might not affect the little guy. You're just getting by, making enough money. You're not going to notice it other than the prices keep creeping up on you, right? Your rent goes up, insurance goes up, gas goes up. Everything they don't track goes up. Things they track don't go down. I think they only track milk and TVs for inflation. So as we step back and we look at this game's kind of rigged. I hear people talking about Wall Street's rigged. All right, I don't know, maybe. I know one way it's rigged. It goes up. Not all the time, but most of the time it goes up. That's a pretty rigged fucking game. So if you went into a casino and what is going on? Come on, man. Already having problems here. So if you went into a casino and they said, hey, we got this game over here, it's kind of rigged, man. I know. Don't tell anybody, but most of the time it just kind of goes up. Every once in a while it goes down. Each one of these bars is 1 month. Okay? So that was 6 months down. This is where everybody freaks out. And then it just proceeds to go up for the next year. Then it was 4 or 5 months down, goes up 4 or 5 months down, and then it proceeds to go up for the next year. And then I don't know where did Trump come in? Over here we had a little Trump meltdown, right? And we had a little COVID meltdown. It gets lost to history. And we just keep on marching higher. And that's it, man. That's the game you're trading. So you're playing a game where the odds are, chances are, statistically, stuff's going to go up. This is why I always say selling short stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Why are you're trying to play a hard game? Why do you want to play a game where you're trying to catch the price going down when most things are going up? Why don't we play the easy game? So the way that I trade, it's not the only way to trade, but I like to just make money. I like to just win, okay? I'm not trying to win the most. I'm just trying to win every day. I just want to make money every day. That's what I'm looking to do. Get a little bit richer every day. I don't give a fuck about GameStop unless I'm in GameStop. If I'm in the trade, I care about the trade. If I'm not in the trade, fuck that stock. You'll hear me say that. What is that? That's me protecting me from FOMO. I don't get FOMO. I don't chase stocks. I don't care. Like, I'm trying to play the hand that I've been dealt. I can only play the hand I'm dealt. I can't play my neighbor's hand. So if he gets a blackjack, that doesn't affect. I got to play the hand that I got, right? I'm trying to win this hand. And so if I'm not in that, I'm not chasing that. Don't even care about it, right? So the moment you get like that, you can mentally detach yourself from what's going on around you and what other people are doing. Now, if I'm in it, I care all about it, right? I care about it a lot because I'm in it. So that's helped me over the years not develop FOMO or even being too concerned about one particular. I don't join cults, okay? So I'm not, a stock is a stock is a stock. There is no special stock. There is no one stock that's going to do better than other stock. It's just stocks. And so as we come to the market, 3 parts to this: mind, method, money. Your mindset. We ain't going to go down that thing, but I think you can understand if you were going to play football, you need a particular kind of mindset. If you were going to be a professional golfer, you need a particular kind of mindset. If you're going to be a doctor going in for surgery, I hope he's got his mindset right? And that he's operating in the now and not worried about his wife or his girlfriend or what's going on at home. I hope he's worried about me, So we need to have a proper mindset. So mind. Next thing, once we realize and inside of this idea of mind, there's a lot to it. Like what I just said there about this is a weekly chart, or this is a daily, where markets go up 70% of the time. That's part of mindset, right? So when markets start to go down, I know that odds are in my favor. It's going to go back up here soon. So I don't need to get that worried about it, right? Look at this little pattern. So all of this for me developed over time as I would see and follow and listen to different people. I began to put these pieces together that seemed like a lot of people had a little piece, little bits and pieces. And I've been just like, but I need a cohesive system. I got to bring order to chaos. And so I had to start first with my mind, and that concept of not chasing stocks is part of that process. I don't chase stocks. I don't buy stocks that have popped out and started running. I miss that stock. Now, are there strategies for that? For sure, but that's not what I do. So I don't give a fuck. That's not what I do. So I don't pay any attention to things that I don't do. So I'm trying to master what I do. And the more I can master what I do, then the better I can become at it. I can become a master of it. So a lot of people come in the money flow, and about 30 days into learning, they're looking at some other shit, and then some other shit, and then some other shit, and then some other shit. And what happens is they never actually learn to master any particular process. It takes time, repetition. It's going to take you about 2 years to learn the money flow and do it proficiently, where you stop doing stupid things, stop chasing. You learn the money management, position sizing, assets, diversifying, managing a portfolio. That stuff takes experience. You can read about doing push-ups, but doing push-ups is different than reading about doing push-ups. Does that make sense? I can tell you all about push-ups. I tell you all about what's happening, what's going on in the muscles and how it turns. And all right, you know a whole bunch of shit, but you ain't doing any push-ups, right? And so repetition, getting in and doing the trading, doing the thing and managing a portfolio is a lot different than reading about it. And the last is money. So we got our mind, our method, our money. And the whole point to the method is to bring order to chaos. And this is chaos, what you see happening here, right? And this is an index fund. And then money. We got to have money. It takes money to trade. And around money too is, let me give you an example. A recent swing trade of mine from the newsletter that finally is kicking off is Zoom. Zoom. Now, got in over here, and then look. A lot of people get impatient in here. 2 weeks sideways. Oh my God, it's not going up. They get real impatient. You know why they're impatient in here? Because they see GameStop, AMC, they see other stocks going up. They get impatient. And they start, I get this all the time. And just so you know, I want to reach through the phone and fucking punch you. But they'll be like, okay, well, I got in this. It's been 8 days and it's not going up. Maybe we can better allocate that money to a better position. What they're saying is they're trying to come up with a reason to explain the FOMO they have as they see other stocks running up. Because this is no time at all. This is nothing. 2 weeks is nothing. Like, this is just getting going. I get this all the time. People come in to trade with me, and all it tells me is you have not even begun to understand the money flow. Like, you're operating at an immature level. You want to be a day trader, and you got FOMO, but you cover it up, that impatience, because look, it's above the green line. Here's our stage 1. This is our stage 2, and they cover this up, the impatience and the immaturity and not understanding the system with fancy words like allocating to better opportunities. Or the money could be better. Like, they come up with ways of saying it that doesn't sound like what they're saying is they're impatient looking and they have FOMO. When the trade has set up perfectly. This is the pattern, is it not? So why would we be abandoning that when our target is way up here? Why? Because it took 10 days and people are impatient. Impatient. They didn't study the fundamentals. They don't really believe the company's worth $5.50 because they haven't spent any time studying the fundamentals, and they're watching penny stocks run and this run, and it's called FOMO. Right? So we've been waiting on this. What this gave you, instead of being impatient, is it gave you 2 weeks to slowly build this position from your other winners. So as your other stocks are hitting, you're moving money into here. All right? So the market's going to give you what you believe, man. And so if you're impatient, secretly want to be a day trader, don't have your mindset right, guess what? It'll give you what you want. But let's say you develop patience. Let's say you develop research skills. Let's say you understood fundamentals and you began to see that this is an opportunity, not a reason to run. All of a sudden you grow in maturity as a trader. But that takes a while. That's why I say the money flow takes 2 years. You can look at it. You could learn the circles and the breakouts. But the mental maturity to trade it successfully over a long period of time takes time to develop, man. You can read about basketball. It doesn't make you a good basketball player. So as we come to these markets, as I came to them, like a lot of people, man. I'm trying different things. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm trying this and I'm trying that. Um, just like a lot of you, trade doesn't work perfect the first time. You start trying to change your strategy. You're trying to mold it and change it on every single trade, like any trade means anything. We're trading for life. So one of the beliefs you have to come to understand, and this is why I can say, like, I don't give a fuck about GameStop, dude. Don't care. Don't care about any of those stocks, man. Tesla. I don't care about any of that shit. Because I have skills to trade. So I'm going to catch this. I'm going to ride this up. I'm going to make my money over here. Why? That takes time to develop that kind of thought process. To not come in here and... Because I'm trading for life. I've been trading 21 years. I'm going to trade another 21. And if Lord willing, another 21. So what does that mean? It means any one day don't matter. It means I can make mistakes and start over the next day, right? So you trade for life. You're not trading for one trade. One trade doesn't mean anything. It's a series of trades. It's hundreds of trades. It's thousands and thousands of trades over a long period of time is what makes people good traders. Not trading one bull cycle. You feel smart because you bought a stock and it went up. You didn't make it go up. It just went up. Nobody knows where the market's going. Nobody. Anybody talks with certainty, you're either crazy, delusional, or trying to sell you something. I don't know where they're going. Here's what I do know and what I did discover through my years and years of studying. I came across this guy, Stan Weinstein. And traditionally, we're taught that stocks do basically three things. They go sideways, they go up, and they go down, right? Makes sense. That's it. Sideways, up, and down. What I learned from reading with Stan is actually the markets moved in 4 stages. And that they would go sideways and they would run up and they would go sideways and they would come down and then they would go sideways. And it might not look just like this pattern. It might look a little like this. It might go sideways, might run up, start to go sideways, come down to about right there, then go sideways, then rip higher. And over time, quality companies would go up as price went through this pattern, right? Well, when Stan was looking at it from a big picture. So what Stan was looking for was on the weekly. And really, let's take this down. What Stan was looking at, Stan was looking at it different than I look at. I don't think anybody's teaching it like I do other than if they got it from me. But because I never could find anyone doing it. Hold on just a second. All right. Who's this dude talking about? Hey, this guy here, Solomon, shut the fuck up, dude. So what Stan was talking about was he's looking at it. Yeah, exactly. What he's looking at was on a weekly chart. And you can see it here, right? Stage 1, stage 2. If you follow my stages, stage 3, stage 4 decline, and now we're breaking out, right? Well, so he's looking at it from a weekly chart, right? He's looking at it from a weekly chart. Well, what I began to realize is, okay, cool. What about if we break this down to a daily chart? Like we're seeing the 4 stages, and primarily he's looking at the S&P 500. And if you go look at his book, he does it a little different than I teach you, right? And so he's looking at these 4 stages inside of the S&P 500. This is super important, right? There's stage 3, stage 4 down, right? That's what he's looking at. He's looking at some different move now. And he's trying to figure out, well, what stage is the market in? When the market's in a stage stage 4 decline, or a stage 2 breakout, then all the stocks you own are probably going up. They're moving up. And I thought, okay. So as I'm looking at that, well, here's what I began to notice. And nobody else was teaching. And I'm sure there's others. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only human being. But I began to see it, the pattern play out on charts. I began to see it. And I would see it on all these charts. See it? Right out of there, right? Super important, man. This is the whole strategy. It's not about moving averages. It's not about, the MACD. Those things are just scopes on the gun, right? I don't need a fucking MACD or a moving average to trade the money flow. That's just to help people getting started. People get fixated on this green line, price closes below it. It don't mean anything if it's still in the box, right? And so each part, no one part is more important. The most important is price. So there's 6 component parts to what I began to develop, and I got these from different people, right? I got these from different people. And I wish I could turn comments off on YouTube. Every one of you guys that talk absolutely hate you, so shut the fuck up. Try to learn something instead of typing. As I began to look, okay, let's look at this one. That's your cue. Shut the fuck up and listen. Yeah, and there you go. Everybody's typing laugh out loud, and I'm still disliking you. Look what we're doing here. I'm fixing to block all these motherfuckers, what I'm fixing to do. You see it? All right, that dude's got one more. You're getting booted, bro. Sideways up. Sideways, down, sideways. See it? And so I began to see this, dude, on chart after chart after chart after chart after chart. What I began to see, nobody else was teaching. I wasn't seeing anybody teach this. Maybe you say, well, he wasn't teaching it. And I began to see this pattern emerge on chart after chart. See it? So what I had to figure out, now you say, well, it's easy looking back. It is easy looking back. But what I began to do is to develop rules to define a stage 1, a stage 3, the stage 2 breakout, a box. And as I began to define these rules, this strategy came together. This idea of flowing with the money flow, flowing into stocks, flowing out of stocks. And I began to say, okay, well, how do I know when a stock is maybe topping out? Like, how do I know that, right? And I began to figure out and test and look at different indicators. And as you study other people, I come across and I'm like, wow, okay, so-and-so is really heavy on this RSI. He uses that a lot. And I began to realize, wow, every time, not every time, but almost every time price went into a stage 3, the RSI was on an extreme. And I began to use that. And I began to say, okay, cool, but it's not perfect. Nothing is perfect. Not every breakout runs. Not every stage 4 bottom stops. And so I was like, all right, so we got to design this strategy around the idea that no one's perfect and that no one knows anything and that we don't know how high a stock's going to go or how low a stock's going to go, but we know what it looks like when it does it. So if a stock breaks out, I know what it looks like. If it's consolidating before a breakout, I know what that looks like. And if I can spot it, then I can begin to position myself. And when the breakout happens, I buy more and then I wait and then I set targets. Trading is about entries, targets, and then exits and money management, managing the trade. And so you need to know, how much of a position are you buying? Like, that should be part of your trading plan. How much do you buy? Or do you just fucking wing it based on how much money you have, right? Well, guess what? That's a shitty trader. You don't do that. You should have a specific amount of money that you want to enter into a trade. Now, it's art. It's not science. It doesn't need to be down to the decimal, right? But it's a percentage, a general amount. It's a general process. And then you want to have a rule where you set for a target. Otherwise, how do you bring home the money, okay? And then you need to understand, guess what? It may keep going. And so if you hit your target and then it keeps going, that's not a bad thing. And I hear people all the time, oh, I should have kept more shares. No, that's not the strategy. It's a bonus that it kept going. And so we need a way of identifying stocks, entering stocks, setting targets, and then managing the position as it moves forward. So the hardest people to fix are Forex traders and day traders because they bring a lot of damage, a lot of baggage with them. And I was a former day trader. I've traded futures, options, everything you can trade, I've traded. And with those, sometimes bring baggage that doesn't fit inside of the money flow that's unneeded. So you see this pattern here, right? When that's set up, this is where it made our money. Right here, right in here. As soon as we could identify, which was on this candle right here, if you trade with me, this one we got long, that day. Why? Because what am I looking at? I'm looking at the previous pattern. Now, I wasn't in on this over here, but I observed this, and I saw it stop, and I saw it begin to build a box, which is the pattern, right? This is the pattern. And so as we trade, and as I go through, this is what I'm looking for. This is it, man. This is the bread and butter. It's what it's all about. I need to see this pattern play out, or I don't have an edge. Now, you can just buy stocks. I believe stocks go up over time. There's nothing wrong with that strategy, but I'm trying to beat that strategy, right? Otherwise, just put all your money in ARK fund. Fuck it, right? So what we're trying to do is beat it, though. So I need to see stocks that, and this is primarily how I do it. When they sell off, I'm waiting for them to stop and start going sideways. So I'm always playing on this side of the ledger. Now, you just assume, if you just look over here, this is just for illustrative purposes, but this here is this, right? And then I'm waiting on the breakout, and that's what I teach in the book primarily is the breakout. I don't really teach much about the stage one buying. I teach primarily about the breakout. Now, markets evolve. Markets change. Listen, markets evolve. Markets change. When we went to no commissions, that was a game changer because it changed the way that I traded and managed money. Because in the past, when I first started trading, it was $60 a side. You call it on the phone. And then it real quick dropped to $30. And for years and years and years, $30 a trade, which means I'm down $60 when I make the buy. That makes it hard to keep buying and buying and buying. When we went to no commissions, that's a game changer. And that was before. Remember, my book was written 5 years ago. When most of you guys were, getting potty trained, I was trading stocks, okay? So this is a game changer. And a lot of this shit you're taking for granted, I would have killed to have. I could do it from a phone. We had to be at a computer, and you had to call in on the phone. You had to pick up a phone and call in the order and talk to some dipshit on the other end. Yeah, I'd like to buy 10 shares of Apple at 143.05 market or what? Huh? Yeah. Wait, what? Huh? That's how it went. All you got to do is click a button. Think how much easier that is. Oh, and you don't got to pay $30. That's nice. You see the advantage you have? It's crazy, man. Oh, and you got someone showing you. I didn't have that either. I'm fucking ordering shit out of magazines. There is no internet. There's no one showing me shit except gurus that are teaching dumb shit to make themselves money. And so I'm learning this through trial and error, book after book, thing after thing. And so this is 20 years of knowledge right here. 10, because I began trading the money flow for about 10. And so I began to see this pattern emerge, and nobody's teaching it. I mean, some people are, but nobody's teaching it as a system or a strategy. They just kind of talk about market moves in 4 stages. They're not showing you how to execute on the 4 stages. And as I began to see the pattern emerge on a daily chart, I began to, wow, I could build rules around this pattern. And so that was what I began to do. I began to do it. So a lot of the things I say, it's because it's years and years of research, okay? That's why I'm saying that. Oh, look at that. This is Coca-Cola, not Zynga. Looks a lot like Zynga, doesn't it? Looks a lot like this, right? Look at that. So you had over, up, over, down, over, right? But it's not Zynga. Don't have shit to do with Zynga. Nothing to do with video games. This is soda. You see the pattern? Right. And so as I began to develop the pattern, I'm like, all right, so if this is a stage 1 box, there's characteristics. What happens? Price starts to come together, right? Come together. often at previous support. We won't get too heavy into that, but this one did do that. Support and resistance are one of the 6 components to the money flow trading strategy. So as this box was being built and price began to move sideways, right? What did I begin to notice after I watched box after box, look at chart after chart? I would print them off. I would go through and look at them. I began to notice that while the histogram is kind of cool, the MACD, which is what you see right here, right? It's on every trading platform, this is what you typically see. If you notice, I have this purple one. This is this. The purple is the blue. I just like to see it bigger. So I also put the MACD, because maybe I'm getting older, without this line. I don't need to see this line. When that goes above the 0 line, that is the MACD crossing over. So they give you this crossover because it tends to help people visually. What I'm really looking for on this, I just need this to start ticking this way. You see what I mean? So you see how it comes down, and then the next one comes down, and the next one comes down. What are you seeing? Less and less and less. It's working its way to the 0 line. That momentum, once it starts to tick in that direction, tells me this box, let me take this up for YouTube, sorry. This box is being formed where it needs to be. This is where it needs to be. And notice, what I noticed after looking at 10,000, 20,000 charts, years of trading, that it would be 4 bars in. Not every time. Most of the time, it would hit a bottom, and then we count in about 4 bars, and that would be your first shot to buy. And so in the old days where I was charged on everything, I would buy 1 time. And I wouldn't buy again until it broke out, which is what it did right there. Do you notice price is above this box? This is Coca-Cola, man. Look at this. If you notice, if you follow my stories, what I've been telling you about, I put on a big-ass trade on Coca-Cola. This is a slow-moving stock. So if you have a small account, $5,000, $10,000, don't trade this. It moves too slow. Look, I'm trying to get $5 here. That's way too slow. That's my target. And I began to notice there's a thing called resistance. There's support and there's resistance, right? Everybody knows that. If you've been trading very long, there's your resistance, right? There's support. And I began to notice that within the pattern, price tends to run up and stop where it was, right? And so I'm like, cool. I began to use those as targets. Why? It made sense. Price has memory. Look at this. This is banned. Let me show you something. Look. Price has memory. Now, it's not perfect. Again, it's more art than science. You'll hear me say that. More art than science. More art than science. Yeah, so, yeah, 10K is a small account, man. If you think 10K is not a small account, then you got fucking money problems, okay? 50,000 is a small account. Shit, 100,000 is a small account. Now, you can trade Coke if you have 100,000, but you better 10x your thinking. Better 10x your thinking. Don't get it confused and think 25,000 is a lot of money. That's chump change. Moment you start realizing that's chump change, you'll be like, damn, why am I trading with chump change? Maybe you'll get serious. Go get some fucking money and put it in here and trade. Stop trading chump change and giving yourself excuses. So start thinking about it. Why am I trading like a chump? Like, why? Why don't I put a lot of money in? Why am I trading small? I didn't say you had to put all that money into a single trade. I didn't say be a dummy with it. But why trade small amounts? Like, why not trade more? You say, well, I don't have the money right now. I know. But you could be talking like it. You could prepare yourself for it. That's why I try to tell people you need to read the book, The Science of Getting Rich, so that you can begin to attract money to your account. Money will come to you if you really want it. And if you know how to do it and know how to work it. Now, you're going to have to trade the hand you've been given. You're going to have to trade the hand you've been given. And you're going to trade a small account just like you would a large account. That shit's right out of the Bible. God gave one talent, 5 talents, and 10 talents. And they've been told what to do with it. The only difference between trading with a smaller account, right? The way you solve that problem is you need to trade lower price stocks. There's no reason to trade Coca-Cola when you could trade, you know, trying to think of a Zynga, which is, a fourth of the price, or any number. If you go to my newsletter, page 30, I got tons of good companies, tons of companies that are penny stocks, that are real companies. Anyway, look at this. You see the pattern emerging? Sideways, up, sideways, down, sideways, up, sideways, down, boom, boom. Like, it's pretty damn obvious. And what does it do when it gets to a previous high? It sells off. And look, notice the RSI. And so this pattern, now notice, they're not all as clean. They're not all, some are more V-shaped. The bigger, but again, everything still happens the same. Look, that day right there, when the MACD ticked from there to there to there, what happened? The slope changed. And what happened up here? It bottomed. Price got above the 5, and now we have a start of a box. This one didn't build very long sideways like it did over here. It began to rip. You start your buying. There's your breakout. Where's the target? Previous high. This trade has worked perfect, man. It's been doing it over and over and over and over. So what do I do if I'm trading BAN and I see this happening? Stay with it. Why the fuck would I get out? It's giving me free money. So I'll just keep trading around this one. Now, in all disclosure, I closed this stock out. Why? Because I think it's worth $190. We're not even going to get into fundamental analysis here. It's super boring. You're going to have to figure ways of doing that. There's easy ways to outsource all of that stuff. You can outsource fundamental analysis. If you were going to sell a car, you'd get on Kelley Blue Book. You wouldn't be sitting around going, well, how do you learn to value a car? You just get on Kelley Blue Book. If you're going to go shop for a vacation, you just start searching around. I mean, easy, right? Like, it's not that complicated. Value in stocks is not that complicated. What we want to find is a stock that the general crowd thinks is worth more, where my targets are below what it's worth. You get what I just said? If you want to flip houses, you don't need to be an expert in the value of homes. You just need to go see what the other houses are trading for in that area, right? Get it? And then you go, okay, cool. Can I fix this house up and sell it for less than that? And if you can, you got a good deal. So it's going to be easy, right? So if my first target, which is previous high, is below the value of the company, it's easy. So when we took the Zynga trade, this price, when it put in a stage 1, right? When it put in this stage 1, so price sold off and went into a stage 1, which we're seeing right here. I went and did some research. What is this company worth? And the general consensus was it was worth $11. Well, shit, it's trading at 7. My first target is $9.50. See what I'm doing there? I'm looking for a target, a valuation that's lower than my first target. Bam, we got a deal. See how that works? And then so I start following the box, and I wait till the box sets up, price gets above the 5, I'm watching my MACD. The point of the technical analysis is when every stock rips, I don't care what it is, it's going to go through this exact pattern. It doesn't even have to be a stock. Look at crypto, Bitcoin, same shit, right? Same shit on Bitcoin as what we just looked at. Now, the hard part on crypto is how do we get a valuation on it? So we're just have to believe it's going higher, and we're just watching for the breakout. Stage 4 decline, price starts going sideways, right? So of course, we're on the end here. I don't want to change my settings, but you can back up this chart further if you want. Sideways, down, sideways, oh, breakout, and then look, sideways, down, over, breakout. Like, you're going to see the pattern play out over and over and over and over. Now, sometimes a stock can break the pattern. Like, it gets all jacked up. That happens. What does that mean then? You don't have an edge anymore. It means you don't have an edge with the money flow. Look at Facebook. What is this shit? A cardiac machine. Where's the edge on that? These are too small to be money flow patterns. It kind of started to do one here, came back up, and then look, immediately went right back to the same bullshit it was doing. So when you show me a stock like this and you go, what do you think of this? I hate it. What is that? That's bullshit. You can't make heads or tails of this. So no, I'm not going to spend 2 seconds evaluating this stock. I don't see my pattern. I'm trying to make money, not guess, not hope, not waste a lot of damn time looking. So when you see this is this is not tradable. Like, don't waste time on it. Now, you could take a position, just hold it. And that's what I'm doing on Facebook. I'm waiting for the pattern to reemerge because it was doing it. It was doing it beautifully. And then it stopped. And that's it. Markets change. They have some legal issues. They were, wanting to block free speech and all their other bullshit they had going on. So the pattern changed. Look at AT&T, untradeable. You can invest in it, but same thing. It's just not doing it. It tried, and then the pattern broke. Now we're just floundering. It's actually doing better than it was. That was a bad pick here. Look at H&R Block, though. You remember when I bought this? This was my trade of the week. I begged people to buy this one. This is easy. Easy money. Look at how clean this pattern is. Now, did it get a little weird in here? Yeah, but I'm talking about big picture, back up looking, okay? Again, this 20-day, these aren't magic. You're going to have little dips, but if we back up on a big picture, we can see this stage 3. Yeah, in the midst of this got a little hinky if you're in the trade, but if we back up, we can see the pattern playing out. It's just not picture perfect the way we'd like to see it, and then it starts to go sideways. But if you remember, what is one of the 6 components? Number 5, support and resistance, right? Where did it stop dropping? If we run it over, right at what? Previous resistance is now support. Man, nothing gets me more excited. This stock stopped right on previous resistance. And that is a cardinal rule in trading. If you've read 2 trading books, you'll probably know this by now. 2 trading points. Oh, John wants to take over. Anything else, John, that we could fucking do for you while I'm here? Any other suggestions you have? John wants to control what I'm teaching, guys. I didn't know this was the John show. Anybody else have some fucking suggestions for me as I go through my class here? Let's see. John, you must be new to the program, and you think that I give a shit about what you're wanting to learn. I'm going to tell you what you need to know, okay? Yeah, well, that's a genuine answer. Maybe I got it on my fucking layout. You ever thought about that, smart guy? So, if you guys don't mind letting me teach the class for a minute, maybe we'll get on your YouTube channel and we can go through yours, okay? But right now, we're going to go through mine, if that's okay. So, previous resistance, right here, boom, boom, becomes support. You're going to see this play out over and over and over. Why? Price has memory. Price has memory. One of the most important things you can fucking learn. So if you would listen to that and not be thinking about other things, we could learn this together. Look where price stopped. Why? It does the same thing going up. It'll stop where it's been before. Could this be valuable to trading? If you're a trader and you have a big position on it and you're making money and a stock breaks out, and if a large percentage of the time it stops going up where it was before, where it stopped before, could that be an edge for you to lock in some gains, lock in some profits? If we combine it with the box, the breakout, and now the target. And I open with building a trading strategy is about your entry, right? Your exit, and then money management. Part of the reason we're taking the trade down isn't to cap our upside. Sometimes think, well, it kept going and I would have made more money if I didn't. Yeah, but we're doing money management, dummy. We're trying to trade for life, not to make the most on one single trade, because most of the time they don't keep going. So we don't build trading systems around outliers. We build trading systems around what actually works most of the time. And most of the time when price hits a previous zone, it stops. Happened here in reverse. So everything I say goes in reverse, just like it. So a stage 2 breakout is the same as a stage 4 breakdown. They're just opposite. A stage 3 is the same as a stage 1. They're just opposite. So as you learn this, which is way super important, as you learn, a stage 3 is at the top, stage 1 is at the bottom. There's no difference. The only difference is one came from down and the other came from up. Same to the upside. So if you're selling short, which I wouldn't do, doesn't make any sense in a bull market, but if you did, because you might lose a lot of damn money. Ask Citadel. Why they'd be short in one of the greatest bull markets of all times makes no sense to me. There's so many easy stuff going up. Oh, now Clint's got a stupid question. So the RSI, this is super important. This little indicator here is going to help you determine these stages. Whenever this goes extreme, that is often what I call an anchor point, pivot point. That becomes the top almost always of a stage 3. Not always, nothing is certain in trading, but be on the lookout. Once that happens, this is the one where I'm yelling at people for buying a stock because it's on green and they're buying a stock. It's dumb as dirt because statistically it's done going up. Not forever, but for a minute. And then it's going to go down. And going down doesn't mean it's going to zero. So here's the pattern. You see, look, H&R block is drifting higher. Just like I said with the opening. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 1, stage 2, and maybe it goes up into here, and then it goes over, and then it comes down. And this thing could keep doing that and drift all the way to $5,000. Who knows, right? It could just keep going and going and going. But will it? No. So let's what do we think it's worth? Let's put in tip ranks. Now, I pay $500 a year for this information, all right? So you can get it free. You can get this shit free, okay? You don't have to pay for it, but if you're trading any kind of real money, I would do it. What do they say it's worth? $21. 21 bucks. So when I was buying it, on a stage 1 after a stage 4 decline and it started going sideways. Remember my box. So I got my box. That's what I'm looking for in a stage 1. And it stopped right where I was hoping it would stop, right? Previous resistance becomes support. What am I doing? I'm checking off the box of the money flow. Oh, where's the histogram ticking up? Now we're getting the crossover. So this trade is building. Guess what? Also, fundamental thesis. Tax time is coming. This thing sold off prior to tax time. Ooh, got my interest now, right? RSI got low, box set up, and I go look, and guess what? Guess what? It's worth $21. It's worth $21. Well, what's it trading at? 15. Where's my target? Like 1850? That looks like a whole lot of edge. I'm buying an undervalued company, doing the pattern in a stage 1 after a sell-off that's undervalued, right? You see what I'm doing here? So I'm bringing it all together. Fundamentals. Now, here's the hard part. How much do you buy? You know, if you've taken my boot camp or bought the boot camp, if you haven't, you can buy the boot camp. Last year's, I don't know when I'm doing my next one. Position sizing. I take very small positions. This confuses people. And they'll say, well, I won't make much money. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. Because we're going to take a lot of them. So right now, I think I got 55 trades going. And you're like, oh my God, I know. It's work. It's work. Now, you could go with the strategy, I just want to put a bunch in one. All right, well, good luck. If you can pick that one, I don't know which one's going up, man. I really don't. You know, I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm looking for this pattern. And then I put a small portion of my money in each trade. Now here's where people get mixed up on that. I'm rolling money forward. Listen to what I said. I'm rolling money forward. So we harvested right here. And then also I had call options that I bought in here. And I won't teach you call options, so don't ask me. But I bought call options in here. Those did 200 something percent. The shares hit, we're up 20 something percent. So now as I take money off and I start taking this trade down, I'm down to about a little more than half my position now. About 70%, I think. Yeah, about 70%. I'm going to let the rest ride. As long as the 5-day, 10-day, and 20-day, as long as everything's on this side, it's good. We just leave it be. The reason I'm taking off shares is so that I don't need trailing stops. Meaning as I take my shares down, the potential of a downside move gets less and less and less as I own less and less shares, right? And so I can take this money and roll it forward into a new stock breaking out. So if I'm taking money here, and then remember I took money off band, I'm taking money here. What am I doing? I'm looking for new ones of these. I'm rolling this money forward. And so as I run this portfolio of 50, you don't have to do 50. I've been doing it for a long time. It takes me, 3 seconds to look at a stock and make a decision. But let's say you got 20 or 30 trades. Now you're playing a chess game. You're taking from some to put into others. So I may I could be taking the gains here from there, and I could be loading up what? Instead of bitching about Zoom taking too long, I could be building up this position with the money from BAN and the money from, these other trades, and building up this position, being patient, waiting for the breakout, right? So if we look at Coke, how long did the breakout take? 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, 7 day, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're almost on week 3. We're almost on week 3. It means you got to be patient. Well, the way I overcome impatience, the way I overcome FOMO is by having a lot of poles in the water. More poles in the water, more fish I can catch. More fish I can catch, the more money I can harvest that I can then roll forward into these other trades that maybe are taking time. You get how that works? And so, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to play that game, man. Some are going to take longer than others. Look at AEP. See the pattern? Sideways, up, sideways, down. Got a little funky in here. Tried to break, didn't work. Tried to break, didn't work. I like that, though. I like that it tried to break and didn't. We got under the 200. That gets me even more excited. Now we're moving sideways again. And, my target's up in here. So if I go look at this company, what is AEP worth? Now, again, this is a slow one, so I'm going to take a large position in that stock. Why? Because it moves real slow. You can take a bigger position in an electrical company. You're going to have to make any money. So if you have a small account, it's only 14%. Don't buy this. You're just going to tie up money in this. You don't want to trade this or Zoom. Or if you do Zoom, you're buying just a few shares. So you have to look at your account. Now, we could go to Atos that we bought for 70 cents and look at this sideways. Look, this took 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And then the breakout, the pullback, and then look. What is that? 200% move up. So a guy with a small account, this is what he should be trading. At least with most of his money. You're not going to get 200% in Coca-Cola ever. Never. It's never going to happen. It'll take 10 decades. It's never going up that far, ever. You're never going to wake up and Coke goes up fucking 200%. Never. Apple's not doing it. Tesla's not doing it. Not in 2 weeks. Not in 2 weeks. This is why I don't care about, what about games? Fuck GameStop. There's all kinds of stocks doing this, man. We pick them all day long. They'd shoot up like that. Tons of them, man. Someone just pointed out Atos. As well, it's the one we're just in. But what was the other one? What was I looking at? We've had tons of these, man. Solo had a big run. Look at this. But what's important is look at this. Look at this sideways, 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 sideways. This is like 2 months. You know what's happening here? You know what's happening here? Most of my traders are out. They just don't tell me. They sell them. They just don't want to tell me. And then it pops, and then they're having to buy back in up here when they're like, oh, Gerald was right. And now they're buying in 20% higher or going, hey, can I still get in? I'm like, I don't know. We've been in for 2 months. Do you think you can still get in? And then look, it runs. So was this weight worth it after this massive move up? That's what, 600%? Yeah, this didn't mean shit. This was a chance to be buying more shares instead of getting out of the stock. Look at Polo. Look at Polo. This one's up, I don't know, 600%. This is why you got to have a lot of irons in the fire, which means you might need to get some more money. Like, get some more money in your account. Like, I don't know, instead of sitting on your ass on Saturday, you could go work and take all that money and put it in your account. I don't know, sell some shit at your house. Put your kids to work, man. Put them outside doing a lemonade stand. Take all the money. There's our breakout, pull back. Man, it's been sky's the limit ever since. So you'll notice this green line is super important to the money flow trading strategy. What you're seeing on these circles, best time to buy, best time to sell, is price closing below the green line, okay? That's just a simple way of saying it. Price closing below. And if you notice, the 20-day moving average is one such. There's 6 components to the money. It's just one, okay? So when it closes below, we then got to go look, okay, well, where's the RSI? Where is support and resistance? Where's the MACD? So we're trying, this is a total picture, right? So if we lay that 20-day moving average over the pattern, and let's do, I'm trying to think of doing the easiest one. So let's look at H&R Block. These pattern is pretty easy here, right? And if we came over here, and watch this. Let's just take all this shit off for a second. Whenever I do the boot camp, I try to start it with this. Oh, wait, I accidentally took off the... Let's do that. Come on, man. Took off the wrong one. Now, sometimes people ask me for a shortcut on this, or can I help them set it up? You know that pisses me off, right? Learn. Like, this is just drop-down boxes. Don't be lazy. Traders used to print these off and do this shit by hand. We've grown so lazy, we don't even want to push buttons. Like, they used to print these off by hand, and these things here were calculated by hand. This shit is automatically on your chart, and most people don't even know who created this or the history or the background or the math that's happening. You can explain to me crypto, but you don't understand the MACD. There's a lot of people like that, man. If I say, you know, who created this? I don't know. But they know all about Hitachi or whatever his name is. But they don't know who created the MACD. You know? So learn your history. So notice. Doesn't that look a lot like that? See it? That's beautiful, right? Man, I don't know how the Illuminati doesn't kill me. If you just put this shit over it, and you can spot the pattern. See, you don't need it to see the pattern, right? So all that's doing is putting a scope on your gun. That's all it's doing. So look at that. Do you see the money flow pattern? I do. I do. There's a big box, right? Another box. Box. See him? Now, I don't know what's over here, but I bet this stopped around there. And what is the RSI doing? It's just helping you find these points, what I call anchor points. Whenever they pop up, like the one popped up there, I would have started drawing a line cross. Price obviously went higher. Look, RSI starts to get low. It didn't go quite extreme, but did go there. But look, we stopped right at support. It's almost on the money. See that? So support. Now price is going sideways. So all this is helping me do is confirm that this downside momentum is over. Do I really need that? No, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, Gerald Appel is the creator of the MACD. I can see it. I can see it. Where's my target? Previous high. Why? Because look, price gets hung up here. You can see it. Look where it's at now. Right there. Even though it shot up, what did it do? It came right back under it. And where's it at? Right at previous high. You see that? You can see it. It's stuck. As soon as the RSI hit, what did it do? Turn right back down. And now we're stuck at this same level. And chances are it's going to go sideways and then come down. And it may not hit that 21 target. This confuses people. They'll say, well, the target's 21. It might go through 5 cycles of the money flow trading strategy. We might go through stage 2 5 more times before we get to $21. The market's not rational. It's always swinging too high, too low, trying to find some sort of balance. And it's never in balance. So look at Zoom. Can we see it? Not quite as clear, right? Not quite as clear. This one's a little trickier because you had these fake run-ups. These are fake breakouts. Because if you're looking at it, you know, there was your bottom, obviously. Remember, we're always looking back. That helps you see it into the future. I know when people say past performance is not indicative of future results. Well, what the fuck is? Like, all we have is past performance. So we see it move down. Was that a level? Yeah. Look, that level held across. See it? That level held. When it broke, this is super important. This is nuance. This is advanced stuff. You'll hear me talk about this. This is advanced stuff. And if you're like, dude, I'm way confused. Don't worry, man. Just stay with it. It's like playing golf. Just start swinging the damn club. And you'll get a little better and catch a little bit more. When this broke this and came right back into this support zone, that is the single most bullish thing you can have. When price breaks support or breaks a box and then comes back, that was our signal. Oh, I bet when I look down, like I didn't even need to look down, but I bet when I look down, what do I see? Oh yeah, everything's lining up. See, I don't even need these, but they do help confirm what I'm looking at. And that told me I need to be a buyer in here. Not complaining because it wasn't taking long enough. Now we have our massive breakout. Where's my target? 525. Does that support it? Let's go up here and go to Zoom. Is it really, are we going to be able to pull this off? Zoom. Let's see. 484. All right. 484. Well, no, that's below it. So where do they have it? I think our first one, though, is 475. I misspoke, didn't I? I think that is it. I think I actually brought it down even a little lower. Yeah, because that's our first previous high. This one's too close. They need to be at least 20% or more higher. And then hopefully we'll get this. It could trade at a premium. We'll see. But it's not up here, right? So if price does get up there, we might be looking at getting out of this stock. That trade may have completed. I don't want to have a lot of money in a stock that's fully valued. So then I'm going to look to scale it back. I'm going to look to scale it back. But this is a bona fide breakout, right? Bona fide. It's bona fide. So we got to decide we're trading for life. I wrote down a few things here. Number one, decide you're trading for life. First mission is survival. First mission is survival. Look at that. Big stage 4 decline, starts going sideways, wait for my setup, take our positions. Here's our breakout. Now we're moving higher, right? Now we're moving higher. So if we put in OVID, OVID. Why is it doing this? OVID. They think it's worth $6. Where are we at? $3. So we're good. Now, that's way up here. That's a long ways away. So we're probably going to be selling on the RSI, right? Probably be selling the RSI. Would I buy this here? No, I wouldn't buy it here. You can, but I'm not. I buy it when I'm supposed to buy it. I don't buy it late. Remember, I don't chase stocks. I would just go find a better deal. There's tons of them, man. I got like 6 of them in the lineup right now I'm waiting on. So we got to decide we're doing this for life. Your first goal is survival. Second goal is then begin to grow your capital. That is through the process of repetition, meaning one successful trade after another. If you make $20 on a trade, you followed your rules, you got in, took your money, got out, boom. Then it's to worry about getting larger profits. We want to learn daily, so every day you want to be learning. And that doesn't mean, sometimes I say that and people misunderstand what I'm saying. If you're learning a strategy, when we talk about learning, that doesn't mean go learning other strategies. It doesn't do you any good to learn another strategy if you haven't mastered the strategy you're learning. All you're going to do is confuse yourself. So when I mean learn, like if you're doing, say, the money flow with me, learn the money flow. Like spend time with it. I mean, what do you think there's something better? Think there's something better? All stocks have to go above this green line to go up. All of them. All stocks go above this green line to go up. So I'm telling you, as you begin to learn this, now we can begin to spend time in what you should be reading is about portfolio management, position sizing. Like that's the kind of shit you should be studying. Not when to buy or sell. I can teach a 4-year-old how to buy and sell. What you need to learn is money management, setting targets, downsizing a portfolio. That kind of stuff is where you want to spend your time. Markets never end. They're always here. After you're dead, there'll be kids trading the market. In other words, it don't give a fuck about you. It's just going to do what it does. Don't rush it. Don't get greedy. Take your time. Repetition of trades, not one big trade. Repetition of trades. Repetition. Meaning a guy that made his million on 1,000 trades is way cooler than me than a guy that made $1 million on one trade. Now, I'll take $1 million on one trade. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But that guy may not be able to do it. The guy that made $1 million on 1,000 trades can do another million and another million and another million and another million. You just add zeros. So if you can successfully trade, so let's say you have a small account. I have like 20 penny stocks going right now, $3 to $5. If you can trade those, you buy 100 shares, and you take profits, and then you buy another 100 shares, and you take profits, right? Then and you're learning the product. You can always add zeros later, man. So if you treat a small account different than you do a large account in the sense of the way you trade and the sizing, it's because I'm gonna stop yelling at people, okay? I'm gonna try to be nice. Don't do that. How you trade your small accounts, how you're gonna trade your large accounts. So just treat it like it's large. Don't worry about making money. Your first goal is to survive and execute trades. We can get more money. You can get more money. Like take your ass to work. Make money, put it into your account. Like you can get more money. So if you can execute on small and do it properly and do it the way you would do it as if it was $1 million, like go through that process. And then as you do that, you can add more zeros and add more zeros and add more zeros. Repetition, right? So number 4, develop a system. You need a way to bring order to chaos. This is all this is. All this is to me. It doesn't even matter if it's right. Right? The market will give you what you believe to be true. In other words, another guy could be looking for a different pattern. There's all kinds of patterns. There's head and shoulders patterns. There's this pattern. There's triangles. I don't give a fuck about a triangle. I don't care about head and shoulders. I don't care about Hindenburg crosses. I don't care about anything. right? I don't care about any of that bullshit. I don't care about what any expert says. All I care about is this right here and this pattern and looking for stocks that are undervalued. That's it. And as I find them, I take my position. As they break out, I add to it. As they run up, I downsize the trade. As they go into a stage 3, I lock in the rest of my gains. And if that stock, now this will help you. Look at Band. Why did I get out of Band? Well, one, I need some money because I see a lot more stocks. This is Band. The average analyst thinks it's worth $178. What is Band trading at right now? $185. What happened last time it got here? What happened last time it got here? Now, does that mean it's going to happen this time? No. But I play probabilities. I need money. I don't want money tied up in a company that's overvalued. This is not a core trading position for me. This is just a stock I'm trading. I ain't married to this damn thing. We didn't go to the prom together. I ain't got no kind of emotional attachment to her, right? It's just a stock. And this lady is too expensive. It's too expensive. Could they reevaluate and something happens and it pops out and runs? And guess what? If I'm not in it, fuck that stock. I don't care about it. I'm not in it. I'm not going to look back and go, oh man, I should have held. Why? Because you're beating yourself up mentally. You made the right move because I have skills. So I'm going to take this money and I'm going to roll it over to other stocks that are doing this. And so I'm looking for this pattern right here, not this pattern up here. Get it? You see what I'm saying? Now, do I do this every time? No. What if I logged in and it said Band is actually worth $235? Oh, okay. This is. I'm trying to take you past the surface level here, okay? I'm gonna try to take you on the deep inside of the money flow. This is hard for people to grasp. The pattern is alive, and it'll come down, and then it'll go sideways, and then it'll rip higher, and then it'll come over, and then it'll come down. Maybe it comes all the way, and then it goes over, and then it rips higher, and over time, from left to right, it gets to that target eventually, or it goes higher. And once it goes higher, the upside potential for me went down. But if it was 2 cycles back and we're still $50 from true value, that could change how much I hold. I'm telling you, what I just said there is like you should PayPal me $10,000 because I just made you a fortune if you comprehend it. And let me give you an example. Space thought was worth much higher. Now, analysts didn't agree, and I sometimes disagree, but I have a 5-star rating on Tip Ranks too, and I've been doing it for a long time. So I do some fundamental research, and from time to time, I'll disagree with them. You remember our trade over here? We bought it here. Money flow trading strategy. Sideways up, sideways down, in it. Now, it didn't come all the way down to here. You get it? Did you look? Exactly what I just explained. Now, normally, this is what I reserve for when I do private shit. This is the stuff that gets hard for people to comprehend. And now, look, we're going sideways. We're going sideways. Why? Stage 3. See it right there. See it right there. What happened? It went sideways. What happened over here? It went sideways. Sorry, YouTube. Whenever that shows up, it goes sideways, then it goes down. It's showing up now, and now it's going sideways. So if we go look, and we put it in Tip Ranks, now some of you guys, because Kathy Woods bought it, now you're all in fucking love with the stock. And you think you went to the prom with the stock, and now you're like, oh, well, Kathy loves the stock, so I got to keep the stock forever. And all of a sudden, you start ignoring fundamental analysis. And you think, yeah, but it's now a core position. I know I was trading it, but now I'm in love with it. And you go from a trader to being in love with a stock. which means you're a shitty trader because you just broke your own trading rules. Because now you love the stock and now you're not trading it. And that's all it took to buy you, to get you to break your own strategy with some other person to fucking agree with you because you couldn't do it yourself. You needed someone else smarter than you to agree with you. And now it changes how you see it. You know how many people I've had tell me that bullshit? Well, I'm going to hold it now because they're doing an S-Pack. What does that have to do with trading? Nothing. You think it's never coming down? It's never going into a stage 4 again? It's forever going to go up because one trader bought it and they're going to do an S-Pack around space travel. Get the fuck out of here. It's going to go down and then over and then up and then down and then over. That's what it does. That's what the 4 stages of price movement. Don't. So when you come into the world of trading, trade. Like, don't let outside shit come in and, all of a sudden, now I'm not a trader. Now I'm a buy and holder. Trade. If you're trading and buy and hold it. And when you separate these two and compartmentalize in your mind, over here, I'm doing buy and hold. Compound my dividends. I put money in it, and I hold it. I'm not trading over there, right? Over here, I'm trading. I'm trying to churn money, right? So, there, I'm off my soapbox on that. I heard that so many times this week, it made me fucking sick, dude. I find it disrespectful to the money flow, but I don't know. Do what you want to do, man. I'm a defender of the money flow, so whenever someone talks differently, I have to punch them. I can't take it. Because I have decided that I'm going to trade one fucking way no matter what, because it works, and I'm going to defend it, and that's it. Into conversation. You can do dumb shit if you want to. That's not what I do. I'm trying to get richer every day. So I'm trying to perfect this, make it better and better and better and better, and me get better. Because the weak link to my strategy is me, my mindset and what I'm doing, my position size and my lack of money. The system is there. You got to get the money to put in it. The market is there. It's been there for you your whole fucking life. The market's been going up. Go in and put the Dow when you were born. And then go ask your parents, hey, why didn't you put money in the Dow for me? You're going to have smart people look you right in the face and go, I don't know. I was afraid it would go down. And you're like, yeah, but it's gone up your whole life. Yeah, but it might go down. You ever hear people talk like this? Well, it might go down. Oh, okay. But it always goes up. Yeah, but it might. You see? Like, it's crazy talk, right? Like, it's crazy talk. I was listening to a guy yesterday, a good friend of mine, who owns some Bitcoin. And we've been discussing Bitcoin because a lot of billionaires, and I've come to the conclusion that I was probably wrong. This is probably a real, which may be the top then. Shit, who knows? And it's on a stage 2 breakout. There's your box. There's your box. See? The money flow trades everything. So as this box was being built is about the time that I've been looking at Bitcoin. Now, maybe I'm wrong. All right, well, we can trade it. And while I try to figure out if I was wrong or right, it's still something I can trade. It's on the chart, right? And we can see it right here. Right there was the day I started buying. Why? Because the money flow trading strategy told me to buy, okay? Now, in the meantime, I'm deep diving, I'm reading, and I start talking to people that are doing it, and I'm asking them, and I'm talking to this guy, and I say, hey, you're a computer programmer. Do you own any Bitcoin? And he says, yeah, I got a little bit. And I said, how come you don't have a lot? Like, you're in the business, like you're in technology. And he goes, well, it's expensive right now. I said, what, how do you know that? Well, it used to be $1,200. Now it's $37,000. And I said, well, how do you know that's expensive? And he goes, well, because it used to be $12. Oh. So, okay, as we think on that logic, this will help you because you might do this too. All right, so let's go to McDonald's. Is McDonald's cheap here? It used to be $2.27. This is a money flow trade setting up, by the way. See it? This is just a long ass. Now, why do I like this one and hate Facebook's? Because this one's tighter. It's getting tighter. It's getting tighter. But listen to what I'm saying here about the Bitcoin. This applies to stocks too. Is 212 expensive? if it was 227. Now, most people say, look, there's your target. This is a good trade. Or buy it and you're buy and hold. Because you can also use this strategy for your buy and hold, by the way. You just buy the bottoms, don't sell. That's what I do. And I'll show you that in just a second. So you say, well, that's not expensive. Yeah, it's not expensive to you. Guess when I started buying McDonald's? Remember, I've been trading 21 years. So I want you to see how this affects my friend when we're talking about Bitcoin. I started buying McDonald's way the fuck back here. I paid $52 for my first share of McDonald's. Guess what happened when McDonald's ran up and hit like $100 right in here? I said, damn, that's twice what I paid for it. I can't buy McDonald's. Pulls back. I'm still not buying it. I need it to come way down here. It goes up another $100. Pulls back. I can't buy it there. I paid $50 for it. It's $140. That's expensive. Goes up another $100. Pulls back. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all relative. It also, of course, when you get in the market, there's PE expansion and all that. I realize that, okay, for all you smart guys. My point being, stocks are valued a little different. My point being, on Bitcoin, if you were to say, well, it's expensive now, you're literally just talking out your ass. You don't even know what that means. The only reason you think it's expensive is because it was cheaper. That's your only thing to base it off of. Because if it goes from 37 to 60,000 a coin, was 37 expensive or was it cheap? And what if it goes to 100,000 a coin? And then you're going to be like, well, I can't pay 100,000 because it used to be 37,000. You see the problem you run into? And so when I asked him, well, why don't you just hold it? Why don't you just buy it and hold it? And he says, well, it drops a lot. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, it's very volatile. It can fall 50%. I said, oh, well, isn't that good? Like you could buy more. If you know it's going to do that once or twice a year, you could buy more. And he goes, yeah, but I can't hold it if it drops 50%. That'll cause me to sell it. And I said, now hold on, let me understand this logic. You can't buy it now because it's too expensive. But if it happens to pull back to where you might want to buy it, you can't hold it because you got to sell it. But that is the only place you would buy it. You would buy it low, but you don't want to own it if it's at low. But yet you would buy it low. I don't understand. So do you see the logic that's running around in this guy's head? That guy happens to be my dad. Hopefully he's not on here. We can do that with stocks and get yourself all messed up based on the previous price you paid. Price you paid for it doesn't mean shit. Get what I'm saying? It don't mean shit. It could double again and again and again and again and again. Look at Tesla. Jesus. I mean, look. How many people thought 450? Man, that's crazy. Or Amazon. Oh my God, $500 is crazy. Now it's $3,352. There is no top, there is no bottom. Any perceptions of value, now if it can be valued, that's not what I'm talking about. Like band, we can value it. It's worth about where it's at, right? That doesn't mean it can't keep going higher and higher and higher. And let's say that it sells off and comes down to 160, but you originally paid 40. Doesn't matter, right? We're trading 160. So right here, we were trading 150. Does that make sense? I hope all that makes sense. Be careful of how you see the value of a stock or in cryptos especially. I mean, there is no high price. The more you study it, the more you realize there is no limit to the price. It's just if people need to buy it, it's going up. And the number is arbitrary because you're buying a tiny amount anyway. So the money is arbitrary, man. The price. Let's see. Look at this dipshit. Can I kick this guy out? I gotta kick this guy out. That's probably a good reason to. Let's open up some questions on Instagram. All right, we're back, man. I love these bots that come on. That's crazy. Oh, I kicked his ass out anyway. So what's going on, man? That's how I take it. I got this asshole pretending to be me on Twitter. I take it he's part of my fan club, man. Whatever, man. Hopefully people aren't dumb enough to see that it's not me. My man said, "What would I put a put on ban?" Hell no, I'm not putting a put on ban. We don't short bull markets, man. Why would you short a bull market? It's also not a sell signal. That is a sell signal. Price breaks the blocks, closes below the 20, and goes down. I'm not doing that. There's no need to play that way. That's all ego, man. That's all ego. Like you think you know where it's going. It's a bull market. It could keep going higher, man. Yep. It could keep going higher. Yeah, there's zero reason to short a bull market if you go out there and start looking for good stocks. Your money will be tied up in shit going up, which is much easier. Now, to answer your question though, bro, let's say you owned it and didn't want to sell it. That's a good question. Let's say you own it and you're like, man, I think these analysts are wrong, dude. I think this thing could go higher. I don't want to take the tax hit. Now, that's a whole nother conversation. But you could buy a put. And if it goes down, obviously, but you know, what if that happens and it goes down? You're gonna have to sell the put, right? I guess you don't have to, but you're probably gonna get taxes on the put anyway. I mean, it gets hard to try to avoid. I try to keep my shit simple, man. You can go down you can get down and down and down into this stuff. And what do you think of the VU ETF? Come on, man. Let's see. Come on, man. All right. Vanguard S&P Total 500 Index. What do we think of this? Go to the monthly chart. Come on, man. I'm going to assume you're just a new guy. Maybe you're new to trading or investing. What do you think, man? It goes fucking up all the time. It just goes up, 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 up. What do you think about it? It's fine. If you just want an investment. I don't even know why you're on here, though, man. Like, we're talking about trading. You're asking, should I buy the market? Of course you should buy the market. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Like, people are like, should I invest in the stock market? What? Yeah. Like, should I invest in real? Yeah. Like, yeah, you should invest in real estate. Duh. Like, these are obvious things. I never know what to, I'm just like, I don't know if they're just asking, like, of course you should invest in. Now, is that the best thing? Maybe if the fact that you're asking the question, yes, you should put all your money into an index fund. Just leave it in there and then just work and put more and just keep doing that. That'll probably be the best thing for you. What's your take on averaging down? I think that's for people with no skills. You know, bro, I teach trading, right? You understand that? That's what we're talking about here, trading, not averaging down. If you want to do the buy and hold thing for your retirement, there is nothing wrong with owning the S&P 500. Fine, VU's fine, the SPY's fine. And just buy, and just fucking buy, and don't look, and just buy. And if it sells off, buy more. Just keep buying it your whole life, and you'll have a bunch of money, without a doubt. Yeah, but I mean, you don't even need advice on that, dude. Just do it. Like, shit. That's a no-brainer, dude. SRPT is one we've been trading. This is a Kathy Wood stock. Look at Kathy's stock. It's technically on a breakout now. Whenever you get these massive drops, this is technical damage. And you know I talk about this all the time. Nothing's going to happen until these moving averages come together. They're coming together. So technically, this is a breakout. Where's the target? 70 RSI. How do you buy a physical copy of the book? Just click my bio link, man. It'll walk you through it, bro. Yeah, we're long SRPT. He says, please don't punch me. I would like to punch you for asking obvious questions. That's an easy question. My man says, what is that indicator all the way at the bottom? This is the traditional MACD. I like the one without the crossover. I just like the histogram because whenever this crosses over the 0 line is when you get the crossover on the thing. I leave this on here because it's in my book and it confuses people when I don't have it on my chart. So, but if it was me, I wouldn't even have the line. I would just have this. But since I teach it in my book, I put it on there. So, oh yeah. New swing trade, Boeing is breaking out. So this is a new swing trade for me. I just like trading Boeing. If you have small money, this is not a stock I would trade, okay? Unless you're just practicing. This is my target. I mean, because look, that's going to be what, 20-something dollars on 10 shares. So you're going to tie up $2,070 to try to make $2,300. Shit, they can take it personal. If you know, I mean, if you're a shitty trader and I call you that and that bothers you, then just go home and be a shitty trader. Whatever. Good. It makes it easier for me. I like shitty trade. It makes it easier, man. We get to take their money. Where do you think all our money comes from? That's where our money comes from. Do you use the BOLL indicator? No, I do not. Don't need to. How do you scan for penny stocks before they rally and avoid the pump and dumps? Research. So I read Barron's. I have friends that look at stocks too. You could literally just Google penny stocks. I mean, just to get you going. Now, let me show you something. This is one reason I like stock charts. See where it says stocks, penny stocks under $10? Now watch this. View all. Now watch. Look at the top here. That means I have over 120 penny stocks already saved. This is from research and reading articles, and maybe you guys tell me about one, and then I see one over here, right? And so I put them in here, and when I'm looking for trades, I just start coming down this list. And I go, ACRX. Wait, Esser Pharmaceuticals. Remember that one? And I go, wow, it really follows the money flow. Stage 3, look, RSI hit thing, sideways. Oh, there's our breakout day. So if I'm scanning these, so as I find penny stocks, I save them. And I scan through here, looking. Now let's say I find one that's set up. Amgen. This is one I was trading in an account I managed for someone else, a family member. There's the breakout. Ran up. Look, taking profits. Why? Well, it's taking profits because of previous high, right? That's the system. Sold some more. I'm down a half position. Now we're going to let it run. Why? Well, I started following Amgen way back there. So instead of buying them when you see them run up, just wait. Just follow them. They'll come down eventually. Eventually they'll come down. There's no place like home. So let's see. I just keep scanning. Damn, what the hell? Oh, that was that Ambo. This Chinese. I can't even fuck with this thing. People kept asking me about it on lives. Look where it stopped. Right at support. Look at that. There's your buy signal. $5. Look at that. So I just watch them, and then when I see ones that are setting up, I go look and see what sector is it in. Look, shit, AMC's setting back up, man. You might get another run on that one. Anyway, these are just penny stocks that I've come across, right? Look, APTO, there's the pattern. Look, stage 1, stage 2. Once this thing sold off real big, I put it on my charts. Now I've been following it. So I come over here, and I go up to tip ranks, and I say, hey, man, what do you guys think this is worth, man? APTO. This is how I start my research, right? When I find a penny stock that got beat up. And they say it's worth $10. Really? $10, huh? I should start following that. And then maybe I put it on my watch list. You can create watch lists in here. I just put it in the penny stock list. And I just scan these when I'm bored at night, looking for trades. Plus, I'm looking for new ones. Like, it ain't that complicated, man. You know, you just gotta want to. That's all. You're gonna manifest whatever you put your mind on. You know what I mean? Honestly, you could literally just Google hot penny stocks under the radar or under the radar penny stocks, and then just start going through the list. Run them, some of them through your thing, and I guarantee I could find 10 right in the next hour. Like, it's not that complicated, man. RXT. That shit ain't complicated, man. Finding stocks not that hard. The problem is, what do you do with them? Can you manage them if you do get them? Yeah, rack space. I missed this one. I started to get in down here and then I didn't, and it ran on me. There's your target. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not in it, so fuck this stock. Let's see. Everybody's been talking about Ethan Allen, or what is this? What is it? EHTH. E-Health. That was a big drop. There's day number 4. Histogram's turning up. See how I would do that? I would never buy that. I'd wait. There's day 4. We got a box on the extreme RSI, and the histogram's turning up. That'd have been my buy day right there, literally the bottom. Now we come over here, EHTH. What do we think it's worth? Quick scan, $73. So if you're paying attention, you saw this big-ass drop, you wait. Let it move sideways. There's your buy day. Now what? It's worth 70. So you're going to have to be patient on this one, man. I like it. A little late for me, but you wait. This thing may pull back. You got time on this. If it's going higher, it's going higher. Now remember, when stocks break like this, they got problems. It's the only reason they go down. Stocks don't go down because everything's good. They have problems, right? So you got to look at the problem and go, is this a fixable problem? If it's a fixable problem, cool. It's unfixable problems that are the problem. Does that make sense? The problem, right? That's the problem. How often do you check your messages? Not very often, man. You're going to find dealing with me is a pain in the ass. You know why? Because I'm rich. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Yo, check this out, man. I just
We're losing you, bro. What are you on, Comcast? We'll give my man just a second. Gerald, people keep talking about a correction in the market coming soon. Thoughts? You got dumb friends or you're reading dumb things? It doesn't even matter. Connection went bad, bro. Now, there's nothing wrong about preparing for a correction. The problem with this kind of talk is my whole life, the market's been crashing. My whole life, there's a better time to buy. Just buy, like the correction in the market. What does that have to do with Zoom breaking out right now? So while these people are talking about a coming correction, I'm making money on Zoom. And while they're talking about that shit, we're making 200% on ATOS going up. So I don't give a shit what anyone says about the market or some stupid article about what they think is going to happen. While they're saying that dumb shit, the stock market is literally breaking out. Like it is closed above this green line and it's ripping higher. This will tell you when the market has gone too far. This simple indicator. You don't need to read or listen to anyone. When this goes over 70, the market will correct. You see it went over here, look what happened. The market corrected. When this goes over 70, you'll see the market start correcting. Anybody else is just people talking shit they don't know. Nobody knows shit. They don't know where it's going, when it's going. If you could know for a second any of that, you'd be a billionaire. You could just, so whenever you get, they don't know, man. They don't know shit. If they knew, they wouldn't have a fucking job. They would have money. And if you could do it like that, then every economics teacher in America would be rich and they wouldn't be teaching school. And they aren't. They're all broke. So that's how it works. Yeah. And as far as getting into the money flow group, it takes a while. Because I got to check your email and I'm fucking busy. And I got other shit going on. And I got people in there like, it takes a minute, man. That's how it goes. What you invest in is what matters. Takes like, but eventually I get to you, man. It just takes a minute. Let's see. Yeah, there's always money to me. It makes me mad because I hear people with real estate like, God, dude, ever since 2008, every day, since 2008, every day, it's been, oh, the housing market's going to crash. 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 And it just keeps going higher and higher and higher. You can't print trillions of dollars without assets going up. So if you print $2 trillion, that makes dollars worth less. Who would sit in dollars? Why would you want dollars? It makes no sense. Hey, Shane, don't be a dumbass, dude. Like I mean, come on, man. Don't be a dummy. So we're sitting in dollars while the dollar is getting printed and destroyed. Now, they're going to move that into assets. The hard money people are going to move it into real estate, land, businesses, anything that'll keep that dollar from being eroded, right? That's what they're going to do, which means they're going to put that shit in the market. And what do you think they're going to do when a whole bunch of kids get $2,000 stimulus checks and there's no commissions and you can just trade from your phone? You're going to see Bitcoin double. You're going to see the stock market double. Housing prices are going to go up. Dude, Democrats are good for the rich people. They play it like they're helping the poor people. They ain't helping poor people. They're helping rich people. They're going to print that money, give away that money, and that's just going to push assets higher and higher and higher and make the poor poorer. That's all that's going to happen. You watch. That's it. That's what's going to happen. Poor people are going to get poorer. Let's see. Yeah, Shane. Dude, okay, guys. Here's Shane's big stock pick for you guys. Let's help all 1,000 of us. This is Shane's big advice for you. You should buy Tesla. Thanks, Shane. Nobody knew about that. That was a secret one. Instead of telling us that, why don't you give us one like Atos that'll go up 200% next week, okay? Oh, wait, here's another secret one we don't know about. You should buy Apple. Let's buy Apple. Apple's going higher. Apple. So, come on, man. Bring something to the table, man. Bring something to the table that's actually going to help people. So, I got $1,000 in my trading account. Shane wants you to buy one share. Buy one share of Tesla. How's that going to help us? You get what I'm saying? That ain't helping nobody, man. So what we're trying to do is help each other, man. I got some car out there. Yeah, all you guys crying about Tom's. When Tom's doubles, I'm gonna... Yeah, Tom's, don't worry about Tom's, man. Tom's is going higher. If it goes lower, I'd be shocked. I hope you have a full position here. Are you adding to it? Yeah, just don't get too heavy in it. Don't get too heavy in it. Keep it position size. I think it's going to pop. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. There's no analyst coverage on this stock. Zero. Like, nobody's covering it. If we could just get one analyst to pick this stock up, this thing can go to $7 quickly, man. It just, there's no analyst, so it won't move around. You need analysts to move shit around, man. Starbucks. Starbucks? Man, I got that shit in my buy and hold, but it is breaking out. It is breaking out, man. Yeah. We need RAM. Oh, RAM. Yeah, the analyst RAM. Yeah, we need to like start stalking that dude on fucking LinkedIn. Yo, what do you think about this stock? And like he'll be like, I've had 100 people ask me about this stock. Maybe I should go look at it. I wonder if they do that to him. Like a whole trading club, just follow that dude and just fucking bombard him. What do you think of this stock? What do you think of this stock? Till he finally looks at it. Yeah, there's this dude Ram on tip ranks. He's like 5-star, 80% right. Like, this is the guy you want picking your stock. So CBay was a new one we did, and I'll get off here. I babbled enough today, man. It tried to pop, pull back. So we'll be patient with this one, man. We'll be patient with this one. That's all we can do. Yeah, Fubu, I didn't get in it. It went up. So if you got in it, that was a good deal. It did set up perfect for the money flow. If you look where it stopped dropping. Remember, they're not always going to drop deep. Like, some of these growth stocks just aren't going to pull back that far, like a Tesla, the NIO. Like, these stocks just don't pull back that far. When it pulled back, when it broke right there and then came right back into what I would call this box, that is super bullish, man. Now, I didn't get in the stock just because it seemed like a battleground stock, and I don't know. I just didn't like the fundamentals. Obviously, I'm wrong. It went up, right? No big deal. It don't matter if you miss one. But that's super bullish right there. That break and then back into this little section, that's what you're looking for, man. That's why a lot of times on these breaks, I'll give it a second or maybe just sell half my shares, willing to, and then it comes right back. There's your buy day. Even though it pulled back, as long as it holds this, you're good. Buy more, and then your target, bam, you hit it. That's an easy trade, man. Same trade setup in Twitter. So I've been in long Twitter. Sometimes I've confused people when I say I'm looking for 50%. What I mean by when I say I'm looking for 50% on a swing trade, I'm talking about a new stock. So if I'm going to play around with a totally new stock, I'm not always trying to find new stocks. I like to trade stocks that I'm already comfortable with. So look at what this one does. But you're not going to get a 50%. But look at Twitter. I mean, look how easy these are, And then we can set our target, bam. We can set our target, bam, we hit it. So it sells off, stops, starts going sideways. I get long, there's the breakout, set my target, bam, take some off on the RSI, starts to go over. We get out of the stock, comes down, get back in, buy on the breakout, set the target. So I'm not going to get a 50% move in Twitter, but I am going to get a 10, 20, 15% kind of move. Easy swing trading, okay? So this is one that I trade a lot just because it's easy. It's easy. Make sense? Oh, my God. Here we go with the Dogecoin. I'm going to buy Dogecoin. Dogecoin. We're just chasing the money. Dogecoin. Whatever's up, that's what we're buying. We're just chasing the money. Dogecoin. Nobody was talking about Dogecoin. They weren't buying Dogecoin. The moment it pops, then they're buying Dogecoin. Let's see. Jason of Wells, good night. Yeah, it's late where you're at, bro. Be good. Sleep tight. Fucking Highlanders. Or Wales. Yeah, Wales. No. In Wales part of, that's Scotland, right? Scotland. Based on the money flow, does it look like RKT is going to go down before it goes back up? Man, I don't even know what that means, man. I'm in MRAM, man. So, of course, that's a good stock. We added to it. Hold on. Fat finger. MIRM. We added to MRAN. Or no, not MRAN. Yeah, no, this one looks good. See it? There's your sideways. Target's $25. If we put it in MIRM, pretty sure I'm in this with you guys. I should know. Damn. 232% higher, $64. All I'm looking for is 25. I'm not greedy. And then we let the rest ride. We got the money flow pattern. Bam, 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 bam. Come on, man. Easy money. $26 is easy. Turn 1,900 into 26. Take half our money off the table. Let the rest ride as long as it's going up. How easy is that? MRAN. That's called. Let's check MRAN. This is one we're in. I had an honest question about this. I kind of picked on the guy, as my style tends to be. Obtuse, possibly rude. Had a guy the other day tell me that I'm rude. I'm like, no, I just don't want you to be dumb. And I think if I could tell you you're being dumb, maybe you'll stop being dumb faster. Just trying to help you, bro. So look what we have going on here. You get what I'm saying? It stopped, it stopped, it stopped, it stopped. It came back above, and now it stopped. Do you see how powerful that is? Point number 5 of the money flow trading system is support and resistance. So we got in here, we ran up, we took a little off the table, it pulled back. Now, some people were looking at selling it because we're in a stage 4 decline. And I said, why would you do that when there's this magic level of support right here? See, they didn't deep dive the money flow. They're just looking at the sell part. I got to get out. It's going down. I'm like, yeah, but look. You see what I see? Wait. Give it a second. Give it a second. And look, price holds, 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 holds. What is that telling me? Time to buy more. So I started adding to the trade on Friday right there. And look, remember what I said at the beginning? This is what we were teaching, right? Where's the histogram? It's going up. Stochastics breaking out. Everything's going up. When a stock starts to roll over, what was the other one? So let's put in MRAN and tip ranks. Remember I told you this pattern, the $1,000 lesson was it can take several cycles to get to this price. It could take a year. Who knows? It's not going to do it in one run up. Because look, didn't hit it there, came down, went undervalued. Now we're going for it again. So when it pulled back here, I'm like, that's strange. It's worth $9 and it's selling off. I look and I see support and I say, okay, let's see if it holds. And it holds. Cool. What does that mean? I need to buy more. Why? Because we're going to $9. I'm not selling it. But if you're just looking at the 4 stages and you're just looking at, oh, I think that's going down, but you're not taking into account fundamental analysis and that it can take a while for these cycles, you see how I treated that stock a little different than I treated Band, which is overpriced now? So just because it goes into a 4, now, I'm not saying I want to ride that shit all the way from $8 to $4. I'm not wanting to do that. But, you know, we need, like, there's support right there. So when that broke, that's a different conversation. But the reason is, and what I'm saying is, what gave me the clue to wait a minute was this. When I could draw that line, and that has held for a minute. Now, if it broke that, you know, we're probably getting out. Or at least selling some. Make sense? And that's just a little nuance thing. That's something I'm looking at as I'm watching. And I'm seeing, is this going to hold? And it is, and it did, right? That's all. That's a little nuance thing. You know what I mean? That's practice. That's why I talk about it. It takes a couple years to really get the money flow down, man. To get all the different parts and pieces and bring everything together, man. Is it too late to get into PPBT? Well, I mean, we talked about it right here. Why'd you wait so damn long, man? Why are you so fucking slow? So your day was the day we talked about it. Why are you going to wait till it breaks out and then get in? So would I buy it after it broke out? No, you missed your day. Now, if it opens down and you come back into this region here, yeah. But if it opens up, no. Because we may not break up. It could pull back on the open. Let's see. Look. It's almost like I've done this before. Price has memory. Look where it stopped. Previous high. But in after hours, I think it went to $6. Yeah, that's right. It broke out in after hours. Yeah, you're too late, bro. That was your chance right there. See, look, you know, if you get on these trades right, and so fuck this stock. If you're not in it, fuck this stock. Don't chase it. Don't chase this shit. Asking girls out that don't even like you, man. Why are you doing that, man? Don't chase this shit. Go find another one, bro. She don't even like you. You're too late. Go find another one. There's plenty of them out there, man. So, let's see. There's plenty of them out there. Let's see. My man says WPM. Yeah, I see what you're looking at. Boy, these precious metals trades have been brutal, huh? I'm in a few of these. Look at the setup on AUY. You see what I see? Or are you too busy? We're looking at Tesla. Where's Tesla? When do we need back Tesla? Let's see. Can you see it? Am I clear to you? Oh, the DA. You thought I forgot. Let's see. That was a little Tupac quote for you. A little Tupac for you. Yeah. So look what's going on AUYY. Did you get that, YB? Did you get it? Am I clear to you? Oh, I didn't continue. I didn't want to offend the ladies, but I hear those all day long. When I was younger, that obviously Tupac was my favorite rapper. See how you listen to him all the time, and then do you ever do this? Like, I'm sure some of you do, but you listen to so much, and then when someone's talking and they say a word from a song, and then you can hear the rest in your head, and you want to respond when they're like, "What?" And you're like, "Oh, nothing." We used to do that with movie quotes in the Army. People would start quoting a movie, and if you didn't know they were quoting a movie, people were like, "What are you talking about?" Well, other people would know, and the game was you had to pick it up and keep it going. So we would start acting out the movies. So just certain movies though, like Escape from New York and like Pulp Fiction, dumb shit like that. You start quoting the lines. Or we would do that with songs, like rap songs. We start quoting it, talking, and the next guy would have to pick it up, you know. That's the kind of dumb stuff you do in the Army to entertain yourself. So AUYY, a lot of these gold trades are setting up. Look at this nice box being formed. MACD crossed. I know you're probably not watching gold. I don't know that we get a big push out of this. The sector's been very disappointing. But man, it sure looks like it's setting up for a bounce. I'm in it kind of heavy. I kind of wish I was less heavy. I know a lot of people. This is a pick I picked out. I was surprised though. I didn't have anybody complaining. So either everyone got out and didn't tell me, which happens, I know, or you just decided to hang in there with me. So we're in the triple leveraged nugget and triple leveraged silver. So we may have a little bit. Go light on these triple levers. The reason you buy a triple so you don't have to put as much money in. That was what I'm looking at. The reason I didn't sell it when it started breaking down is support is right there, dude. It stopped right on it, came back up. To me, that's even more bullish. Honestly, if this was a stock, I would be buying more. It's a triple leverage fund. I don't want to get too over here. I don't want to get too heavy on this because they can be brutal, as you know. So I do think these are about ready to pop, though, man. Go. What are we quoting? We doing some good quotes? What did Mel say I was quoting? Yeah, so we're long Bitcoin right now, and we're long. Hold on, I gotta grab my spoon there. Long Ethereum and Bitcoin. Been swing trading Ethereum, and we can look at that chart. What I'm doing, I know you can trade it inside Coinbase and all of that. I'm doing it with the trust. Now, one exciting thing about the trust that you should know, the trust, these normally trade at a premium, the GBTC and the ETHE, because of their ease of purchase. Ethereum is actually trading at a discount. Because look, this was I shouldn't say a discount. It was trading at a premium over here. They normally trade at a premium. Right now, it's not trading at a premium. As you can see this pattern, right? Ethereum's hitting all-time highs, and the ETHE Grayscale Ethereum Trust is not. So if you do, what is it versus the dollar? So if you want to do the pure price of Ethereum inside of stock charts, you can, it's right here. So it's at 1565. Do you notice on this chart, it's breaking out. On the other chart, it looked a little different. Okay, that's because they can get out of whack because it's a trust. It's not the pure play. In other words, more people could buy the GLD than there is gold in the GLD, and make it trade at a premium to the price of gold. Get it? It's a proxy to the price. It's not the real thing. So if you're doing it inside of your crypto wallet, it would be a little different, right? Make sense? Same with the GBTC. Just a little side note there. I don't know if you caught on to that, all my crypto maniacs. Inside our Discord group, we have a little crypto, I think I call it blockchain, don't I? Trying to be fancy. Come on, man. Why I gotta kick you out, bro? Yeah, man, I gotta kick this dude out. Why you make me do that, man? Yeah, no, we're not chasing it, bro. I've been long, bro. Shit, I bought the bottom. Started buying right here. Why? Because I'm smart. It's called the money flow trading system. So look, shit, there's the breakout. There's the breakout. There's the buy. On the money, man. On the money. On the money. Appreciate that, Sonny. Yeah, Nokia has gone into a stage 4 decline. I haven't sold it because I took a bunch. I don't want to say I took a bunch, but I sold about a fourth of my position when this shit happened. I didn't get to sell it though until like right in here because they stopped trading on me. Damn it. Yeah, Zoom's breaking out. We're good on Zoom. Love bucks more than money. Still laughing at I forgot the DA. Yeah, that's one of my favorite albums, man. Tupac's double album came out of prison. Seems like coming out of prison always makes people better rappers, like for at least one album, because they got all that shit stored up. Hopefully they've been in there writing, right? They come out in better shape with about 10 new songs, and then it's downhill from there after that. Then again, they got to go back into self-destruct mode, man. All right, let's see if my man can come back in. We'll try him one more time, and then I'll wrap it up. Oh, hey, what's up, man?
Yo, what up, GP? You remember me from
Yeah.
Punta Cana? I jumped in the pool for you, remember?
Right. Yeah, I remember, man. What's up? You back? I see.
Yeah, I'm back. I just wanted to show you a couple things, okay?
Okay.
First things first, bro, I know you fuck with like Tupac, Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
When you search the song, put this in the end. This is called frequency, right? So, XXX Tentacion studied this, right? And he said that like the frequency that we listen to, right? This will make you feel better. Like it won't make you anxious. It won't make you depressed. You know.
Okay.
All that stuff. All right. Second thing I wanted to say is the post you posted on the stock stage 1. So I made a list of all the stocks that I like based on the charts.
Right.
And then I punched those ones in, like all the ones with the plus. I put those in tip ranks as well. So the list is now down to like this. These are all stocks that are kind of like in a stage 1 where it's sort of starting to break out. So if you want to check out like any of these, these are all really good buys. Like I don't know if you want to like try in the chart. OC and G is one. Let's see here. Or sorry, what was it? ONCR, sorry. ONCR.
Yep. That's the stage 1.
Right, so we got a nice stage, and then we go on tip ranks.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a $40 target on there, so.
Which is below where our target would be. Or above it, I mean.
Yep.
Above it.
So that's easy money.
Easy money.
67%.
Right.
And remember, I told you I was up 56% on my entire portfolio?
Mm-hmm.
That was in the first week of January. Now, I'm up 105% on my whole portfolio. And I've been trading for about 9 months only.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Because it's funny to me because I spent the first 5 years just losing money, trying to figure all this out.
Yeah, man, bro. When I like hit 100K, I'm sending 10K straight to your bank account, man. Just give thanks, man, because honestly, you've done so much research, you spent so much time, energy,
Right.
and your personal money to learn all these things, right?
Right.
And bro, I owe the world to you, man. Like literally, and I'm sure everyone in here, all these 600 people watching you on this and then on YouTube, we're all super grateful for you, man.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Like I'll show you. So let's go on. Well, it's simple. Gonna just show you some of the stocks I'm in right now. Okay, I'm gonna show you some receipts. All right, so
Vermin sent me a kiss.
I just so I set my goal. My first goal was to hit $1,000, right?
Right.
My next goal is 10. I just hit that. Now we go into 100K, baby.
Right.
100K. So there's the portfolio performance. I put in about like $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
There's the performance on the whole portfolio. I got about 24 positions at the moment.
Nice.
I'm big in Ovid right now. Like I have a good position. Check, bro. I got in on AMC at $2.13 before it became a meme stock, right?
Right.
And
Right.
I had my target set as at $4.50, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the previous high. And then I set my other next target, which was $7, which is like fair market value, right?
Right. Right.
And the day it was supposed to hit 7, that's the day it went crazy.
So you let it ride, right?
Yeah, let it ride. I sold some at the 70 RSI.
Okay.
And then I let the rest ride. Like I had about 170 shares.
Beautiful.
And I'm still holding a few, like in case these guys want to take it to $100. I don't mind. Take it to $100.
Right.
I got about 30 shares left, but I'm still up like 200% on that. All right. And AHT is when I got in. This is a REIT. Like ATNM, I got in on that. You posted that. I'm up 18% on that. CEU, I'm up 93%, 94% on CRB, BP, CARDAF. I'm building a pretty good position in here right now. Up 10% here. DraftKings, I got in on that pretty early too, $40. 55% there.
Did you sell? Did you sell a little bit of DraftKings just recently?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just sold it at the 70 RSI, and I pushed it into. I think I pushed it. Okay, I pushed it into SPPI. That one's setting up nicely too. If you check it out on the charts there.
SPPI. Man, you're getting it down.
That's right, man.
Woo!
Because,
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Everyone on here, all right. I literally religiously studied Gerald Peters. I watched every single post. All right, and I listened to every single podcast, and I watched every single live story, and like it works. What you're teaching is work. Like I read your book, right? And I like I'm not in your group chat yet,
right?
Because I'm still like hitting that 10K mark, but now I'm looking to continue my education, and I wanna get into that group chat now. So that's my next goal, right? And we're gonna go into there, and then there's a few other ones that I'm in like. I got LRN. That one's setting up pretty nicely. I bought in at stage 1. Now it's starting to go up.
I like this SSPI. It looks a lot like APTO, right? It's a pharmaceutical stock here.
Yeah. I'm slowly building on that position, and it's starting to creep up to that 20. 20 MA.
Very cool.
Yeah, check out RMO. You might like this one too. Check out RMO.
RMO. Yeah, I like to see this. So when you get this big run, rather than trying to chase that, wait for that pullback.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we got, man. And that, dude, you could get another 100% right there.
Yeah, let's see what these tip ranks guys think about this.
See, we got the box.
So check this out. So this is looking at $40. They're looking at $40. Easy money.
Easy, man. That's what I'm talking about. It's just now coming up.
116%, baby.
How'd you find this one? What were you doing to come across it?
I was actually like, so I started posting some of my trades on my Instagram, and a lot of people started hitting me up, right? And I joined this group with a bunch of people, right? And like in that group chat, like everyone at first, everyone was trading different strategies, right?
Right.
And it was kind of confusing. I didn't really like that. And then one guy, like, he showed me like a stock, and I'm like, bro, I like the way you do your shit, right? He told me you swing trades about 1 to 2 months. And then I'm like, bro, I like your style. And he added me to a different group, and he told me, he's like, bro, check out this stock. And I'm like, damn, bro, that's a nice buy. So I picked up this one, $40 target on tip ranks. And then, yeah, we're going setting up pretty, setting up pretty nicely, eh?
Yeah, I like it. I haven't heard of this one. Romo Power. Is this a cellular company or something? Solar, I mean?
Honestly, I don't even know, man. I don't look at the fundamentals too much.
Right.
It says Romeo Power.
Right.
So I'm guessing it'll be like a power company or something, right?
Right. Yeah, and I try to share that with people. Like, you don't really need to know fundamentals, but you just need a way of establishing a fundamental price, right?
Yeah.
Which is what we use tip ranks for.
Exactly. You said like outsource, that
right.
kind of stuff, right? So those guys went to school for,
right.
a couple of years, right? I'm not like, I just passed high school and I didn't take no school after that.
Right.
But yeah, Obit's setting up pretty nicely too. I got in at 319.
Right.
I'm up 20% so far. We're going for that $6 target though. This is my largest position right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just got into a new really penny stock, Z-Sand, and confused people a little bit because it was kind of up, but I'm playing that it's gone sideways for a while now.
Yeah.
And we can see the MACD starting to turn, so I just don't think it's going any lower.
Yeah. Which stock is this?
Z-Sand. It's $1.10. It's a small one. So my target is like $1.90.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very speculative though, but
when did you get in?
Just on Friday.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check that one out for sure.
Very obviously, if it breaks, I wouldn't do it. And Z-Bay was another one, but I like these two, man. I'm gonna go check them out.
Yeah. Also, there's like SCR. It's Toronto. You know how we have DraftKings, right, in the States, right? I'm from Canada, Toronto. So CSR is actually the first. It's called CSRTO. Yeah, that one. It might be. Yeah.
This says center space.
No, CSR.TO because it's on the Toronto Exchange.
CSR.TO. Huh. I can't get a chart for it.
Okay,
CSR.TO.
Like this. Sorry, SCR.
SCR.
Got it confused.
Okay, there we go. Score Media
SCR.
Gaming.
Yeah, so
Woo.
This is a little bit on the higher RSI, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, right, if I was just saying, like, keep your eyes on this trade because this is the first gambling app in Canada, right? And they're going through like some bills, like going through some stuff right now that could potentially push this higher. So if I only bought like 2 shares just to like play around with it, right? Because I'm not like obviously it's at 70 RSI, it's kind of overpriced, right? So I'm looking to get in, like, if it comes back to 150, like, if it pulls back down here, I'll probably get in, like, throw in some shares there. But this one has a lot of potential because this is the only, like, Canadian betting app that there is. And betting is starting to become, like, really popular. And here we got this guy called Skinny Bets. He's from Canada. And he's just, like, he's posting all his bets and stuff, right? And, like, I know, like, I'm not into betting and stuff. I don't like gambling. I like the stock market stuff,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I hear you. All right, man. I'm proud of you.
All right, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Keep doing it.
Take care, man.
All right, man. Be good.
Bye.
That's cool. Done doubled his money. Now we got to get him from 10 to 100K. Let's see. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I'm sure AMC helped on that. And sometimes you get lucky, like you're in the right one, man. We had that with Sava. I mean, Jesus. When that happens, though, man, take money off the table. Don't be a greedy bastard. Like, you get these ones that go ape shit berserk higher. You got to take some off, you know. And then when they run up like that, that went to 120. This could come back down, settle in, go sideways, set up for a new trade. And our new target's 120. I mean, this is how they develop, man. He said, "What's your?" Yeah, man. Appreciate that. I love hearing that. Um, that's always good stuff, man. Cashed out of bingo. I'm still in bingo. I'm still in it, man. We'll go one more. I'm still in bingo. I'm only in it for like 200, maybe 300 shares. I had like 1,000 and something. It broke, man. That was a big trade last year. 2,800% at one point. Now, on these runaway type stocks like this, you're not going to get a clear box always, you know? Like, it's just going to be a little sideways movement. But the moment they break above the green line, you got to get on them, you know? Like, they're leaving, man. Oh, nice. 2,700 shares. That's a good roll up right there, bro. Yeah, I can't do these 7 cent ones, man. These are just, it's just too small for me, man. I don't want to move the market, man. I gotta be careful, man. I'll move the damn market. Look at you go. We ain't looking at OGEG. It's gone straight up. There ain't nothing to look at. It's an 80 RSI or something. Except Papa kind of makes me feel old. I had a girl the other day said, "You remind me, you're like my grandfather." I'm like, yeah, don't call me that. That makes me feel old. I realized she was using it as a term of endearment, but when I'm not actually your grandfather, that just makes me feel old. I'm just looking to see if we missed any worth looking at. I don't, there ain't no point in looking at any gone straight up. Let's see. Yeah, we need to get up that dude in the money flow. He's got some stock picks we could see because right there he dropped 2 on me that looked pretty damn good. That's what we needed the group, huh? What's up, Ashton? Dude, dropped 2 on him. Yeah, just a tip for you guys. If you see an older person and they're not that old, they're like in their 50s, if you call them grandpa, it doesn't make them feel good. Just letting you know. Or a lady, if you call her grandma and she ain't really your grandma, she don't like that. Just letting you know. It don't make them feel good. Oh, Demi, come on, man. Don't make me talk bad about you, bro. You don't know if it's going to 50. You don't know shit. We don't know where any stock is going. Oh, fat boy in North Korea may drop a bomb, and that stock is going down. I think I'm a couple years older than you, but they're calling you grandpa. Where does that leave me? Well, you, my friend, I do call grandpa. Are you older than me, bro? I'm fixing to, my birthday's coming up on Valentine's Day. It's a horrible day to have a birthday because when you're younger, you're having to buy your girlfriend shit on your birthday. So I always establish we don't celebrate Valentine's Day in my relationships, period. It's my birthday. We can do Valentine's the day before. We could do Valentine's the week after. But on the 14th, I am not doing Valentine's Day. Because if you know me personally, you know I hate holidays. So why am I celebrating a holiday on my birthday? Something I don't even like. So that's always gone over real well with the ladies. My mom's birthday is Valentine's Day. Cool. That's very cool. Very cool. So if any of my rich NFL players made $1 million trading with me and you wanted to, you know, take me to dinner or something. Yeah, we got one dude up almost $1 million, but he trades with a big ass account, to be fair too. So yeah, you're starting to get a lot of haters, Dimitri. Why you got? Don't push me, bro. Don't make me bust caps and block you. DNN. All right, man. Let's see what my man's got here. He throws some good ones sometimes. Yep. We got a little breakout. Denison Mine Corporation. Ugh. What are these guys mine? Uranium or something? Is this a uranium mine? But man, this was a beautiful setup here, huh? Pull back. Now it's a breakout. Yeah, so if I got any rich NFL followers there, throw me a Sky Dweller Rolex. I'm just kidding on that, man. That's what that little leverage fine. That's what I was calling it. I was going to use that to. Dimitri, JJX, but stock irritated me. It was way too long. That's it. That's all I got, man. 4 stages of price movement. Let's check out time. Yeah, I like what you're looking at here. I don't normally get in these, but because the RSI is only 57, and you had that big pop and pull back, and it's holding, I mean, you're going to have a stop around here. So, yeah, I don't mind that. Time, TYME. I don't know, man. Podcast is fire. Appreciate that. I have 2 different podcasts, by the way. They're on different, one's on iTunes and the other one's on Spotify. So they're different ones, different podcasts. All right, you guys be good. All right, man. I got to kick you out, bro. You're doing personal promotions. I'm going to let you pass today. Next time you post that shit, I'm going to block you. Fucking coat riding. Don't come on my live telling people you made 2,200%. I don't give a fuck if you did make it. I'm going to block you. All right? Be respectful, man. That seems like an easy request. Yeah, appreciate you, sir. You guys be good.